Hello again and welcome to class 342. All right, let's continue with used to. Estoy acostumbrado, I'm used to teaching. Estoy acostumbrado a enseñar. I'm used to teaching. Estoy acostumbrado a utilizar estos lápices. I'm used to using. Valga la redundancia aquí. I'm used to using these pencils. And you're used to watching me. Estás acostumbrado a verme aquí, ¿no? Are you used to watching me? Are you used to seeing that microphone? Estás acostumbrado a ver este micrófono, ¿no? I haven't changed. Do you think we should change the attrezzo, Marta? Cambiamos el attrezzo, ¿no? We'll change the props. Come on. Para variar. Yeah, for a change. Yeah, we move this over here. Is that better? No, it's not better. Marta's used to seeing it there. She's not used to seeing it there. All right. No mires. Tomorrow, before the class, I'm going to come and I'm going to put everything exactly the opposite. Tomorrow I'm going to put the guitar here. I'm going to put the microphone here. I'm going to put the books here and everything. And when Marta comes in and looks, corazón de melón, algo no cuadra. Something's wrong. There's something wrong. And I'm going to do that. Or maybe tomorrow, like this. You know? I can imagine. A ver si se entera. I'm going to start like this. Okay, I'll say, okay, Marta, let's see. What's the class today? 343? And Marta says, espera. Algo no está bien. And say, anda, Richard. Okay. Hacerle perrerías, eh? No? To do some things. Okay, but she doesn't want me to change anything. She doesn't want me to change anything, right? You don't want me to change anything. But, you know, the people are tired of the same. They're tired of seeing the guitar. They're tired of seeing the same microphone. They're probably tired of seeing me. Are you tired of seeing me? Are you tired of seeing the guitar? Are you tired of seeing? Cansado de ver. Are you tired of seeing the pencils? Are you tired of seeing the microphone? Are you tired of Inés Garcia? I'm not. I'm not tired of teaching. I'm used to teaching. I've been teaching English since the 13th century, I think. Desde el siglo XIII, yo creo, enseñando inglés. So, but I'm not tired yet. I'm used to it. I'm used to teaching. I'm used to all of these things. I'm used to working with Marta. Estoy acostumbrado. Estamos acostumbrados a trabajar el uno con el otro. We're used to working with each other. We're used to working together. We've been working together for a long time, right? Pretty long, eh? About 8, 9 years, 10 years, I don't know. Something like that, 9 or 10 years. We've been working together. Ya, donde hay confianza, como es el dicho. All right? We've been working together for a long time. We're used to each other. We're used to each other. Estamos acostumbrados el uno al otro. We're used to each other. We're. And you're used to watching me. You're used to watching this program. Estás acostumbrado a este programa. Estás acostumbrado a mi acento. You're used to hearing my accent. It's easy to understand me now. Maybe on the first day, not so easy, but probably. Because on the first day, on page 1, I spoke very slowly. A table, a chair, a book, a telephone, etc. 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 So, from the very beginning, fíjate, desde el muy principio, se dice en inglés, desde el principio mismo, se dice en español, desde el mismísimo principio, from the very beginning, you got used to my accent. I have a standard American accent. I don't have a Texas accent here. I have a standard American accent. And I'm sure that it took you 1 minute or 2 minutes to get used to my accent. Because I speak clearly. I speak clearly, so it's easy to get used to my accent. It's easy to get used to my ways, mis maneras y modales, mi forma de gesticular. Are you used to the way I speak? Are you used to the way I look at you? Are you used to the way I show you things, etc.? Are you used to the way I teach? All right, used to. All right, te voy a complicar la vida ahora. Y I can hear Olegario. All right. I'm going to introduce, this is point 15, page 330. Ojo. Ahora empieza la complicación. La expresión fonética used to, que hemos visto hasta ahora como acostumbrarse a o estar acostumbrado a. I am used to teaching, and it took me 1 month to get used to teaching. All right. Used to también sin el verbo to be ni el verbo to get delante y sin gerundio ing después, sino infinitivo. Es el pasado. Yo antes fui más joven. I used to be younger. I used to be younger. Now I'm not. I'm not younger anymore. I used to be. Yes. I used to be younger. I used to be single. Yeah. Antes era soltero. I used to be single. I used to live in Oklahoma. Yeah. I used to live in Oklahoma. Antes vivía en Oklahoma. I used to live in Texas too. I used to be a student. Antes era estudiante. I used to work more hours. Antes trabajaba más horas en el día. Now I work fewer hours. I used to work more, but now I work fewer. Aquí estoy diciendo I y luego used to. No estoy insertando ni get ni am, que es estar acostumbrado a. I used to. Estoy diciendo work, no working. Estoy acostumbrado a trabajar es I'm used to working. I'm used to working. Ahora, yo antes trabajaba, I used to work. I used to work more hours. Now I don't work as many hours as before, as many as. Now I don't work as many hours as before, but I used to work more hours. I used to come here at 7 o'clock every day, early. I used to come here at 7. Now I come at 7:30. Well, 7:20 for this class. But I used to come here even earlier, incluso más pronto. I used to come even, I used to come even earlier. Yeah. I used to travel more by car. I used to drive. Now I use the train because of the fast train, the bullet train, el AVE. Now I use it more to Valencia, to Malaga, to Barcelona, to Valladolid, to Alicante, to Seville. Yes. But I used to use my car more. Escucha la redundancia aquí. Antes utilizaba mi coche más. I used to use my car more. Now I don't. Now I don't. I used to drive fast from point A to point B. Now I don't. I drive more slowly. But I used to drive fast. I used to drive fast. I used to use that microphone as a microphone, but not anymore because it's broken. But I used to use it as a microphone. Now I use this as a microphone. Yes. Inés Garcia used to go out with Paco. Now she's going out with Francois. Aki Morita used to live in Osaka. Now he lives in Louisiana. Yes. Yeah. Used to. Curiosa expresión, used to. Yes. Yo antes era más joven. I used to be younger. I used to live in Oklahoma. I used to live in Texas. I used to teach in the classrooms. Now I only teach on television and on the radio, but I used to teach. in the classrooms. I used to travel more. I used to. I used to. I used to be taller. Yeah, I used to be 1 meter 80. Now I'm shrinking. Now I'm 1 meter 79. I used to. I used to be very thin, very slim. Now I need to lose 4 kilos. I used to. O sea, I used to es el pasado. Ojo, esto es interesante esto. Porque cuando hablas del pasado, de lo que eras o lo que había, de lo que hacías o lo que otro hacía o lo que otro tenía o lo que otro, sin precisar ni cuándo ni durante cuánto tiempo. Todo lo que acabo de decir, 5 minutos diciendo I used to, no he especificado ni cuándo ni durante cuánto tiempo. I used to be younger. I used to be single. Soltero. I used to live in Oklahoma. I used to live in Texas. I used to use that microphone. I used to drive more around Spain. Okay. El momento en que preciso cuándo o duración, ya no puedo usar used to. I lived, pasado simple. I lived in Oklahoma from 1960 to 1970. I lived in Texas on 2 different occasions, from birth to age 9, and from age when I was 20 to age 22. I lived in Oklahoma, in Texas. I lived in Texas. All right. I used that microphone actively in 2008 and 2009. I was single between birth and age 26. I got married when I was 26. But before that, I was single. Ya estoy diciendo was, porque estoy especificando esa época en mi vida. Si no especifico, I used to be single, que conste, yo antes era soltero. Entonces, used to, fíjate en la pronunciación, igual que el monasterio de used to, used to, como pasado, lo único válido es que ya no es así. O sea, la expresión not anymore es un primo hermano de used to. I used to be younger, but I'm not young anymore. I used to be young. Antes era joven. But I'm not young anymore. I used to be young, but not anymore. I used to live in Oklahoma, pero ya no, but not anymore. I used to live in Texas, but not anymore. I used to use that microphone actively, but not anymore. I used to drive around Spain a lot, but not anymore. Yes. I used to teach in the classrooms, but not anymore. I used to work 10 hours a day, 11 hours, but not anymore. No estoy especificando en ningún momento el tiempo que transcurría cuando yo trabajaba 11 horas al día o 10 horas al día. Lo único que estoy diciendo es que ya no es así, que antes sí lo era. I used to work. I used to work. Yes, I used to. Muchas veces en las películas aquí, many times, they translate used to como solía. I don't agree. Solíamos ir en esa época, solíamos ir a la playa todos los veranos. Eso es, we usually went. Usually. En el presente, solemos ir a la playa todos los veranos. All right. Solemos ir significa que lo normal. A veces a la montaña, pero lo normal es a la playa. Solemos ir a la playa. De vez en cuando a la montaña, pero solemos ir a la playa. Says we usually go. O sea, literalmente, usualmente vamos. We usually go to the beach in the summer. Sometimes to the mountains, yes, but we usually go to the beach. Y en los años 90 igual, solíamos ir a la playa, a veces a la montaña. So we usually went. Ahora, we used to go to the beach. Significa solamente que antes íbamos a la playa y que ya no. Si yo te digo, I used to go to the beach every summer, now you understand that I don't go to the beach every summer. I used to go to the beach. Si no digo every summer. I used to go to the beach, se entiende que nunca voy ya. I used to go to the beach, entendemos que ya no voy a la playa. I used to go to the beach, but now I go to the mountains. I used to. So I used to no es yo solía. De hecho, I used to be young. Yo antes era joven. Like you, like Marta. Well, Marta's still young. I used to be young. Es imposible traducir yo solía ser joven. Yeah. Yes. Inés used to be a student. Antes era estudiante de Derecho. Ahora es abogada. Now she's a lawyer. She used to be a law student. No puedes decir en castellano, ella solía ser estudiante de Derecho. You can't. So, used to is antes más la mejor traducción al castellano es antes más el verbo en el pasado imperfecto del pasado. Antes sabía, antes conocía, antes podía, antes iba. I used to go, antes iba a Sevilla todos los años. I used to go to Seville every year. Now, once every 3 years. I used to go to Paris twice a year. Now, if I'm lucky, once a year. I used to go to the States every summer. Now with the COVID, I don't know. I used to go to England, well, to Great Britain, every year. Yeah, but now I don't know. For the moment, no. I haven't gone to Great Britain in 18 months, a year and a half. Yeah. Yes, I used to play the electric guitar in a group. Yeah, I was the lead guitar. I used to. Now I played the classical guitar. Yes. Anda, jaleo, jaleo, and the flamenco a little bit. Yeah, I used to. But I used to play the electric guitar. I used to play basketball really well. My team was the champion for Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Louisiana when I was 15. So I used to play basketball. I used to run a lot. I used to play American football. I used to play golf almost every day in the summer. I used to. Things I used to do that I don't do anymore. I used to read a lot. I used to read every day, maybe 2 hours. So I used to read a lot. Now I don't read as much as before. But I used to read a lot. Used to. So repito, para mí no es solía, aunque a veces se usa solía. Solimos ir a la playa en esa época. We usually went. Solía es el pasado de suelo. Yeah. Suelen venir en los fines de semana. That means they usually come on the weekends. En los 90 también solían venir, no siempre, pero solían venir los fines de semana. They usually came. Usually. Ahora, antes venía los fines de semana. Se entiende que ahora no. They used to come. Hey, do you remember Frankie and Johnny? Yeah. Well, they used to come here on the weekends. What happened? I don't know. They don't come anymore. Do you know anything about them? No, I've lost contact. I've lost touch. But they used to come here every weekend. They used to. Yeah. Bill Clinton used to live in the White House. Barack Obama used to live in the White House, too. But he doesn't live in the White House anymore. Yeah. Now Joe Biden lives in the White House. Donald Trump used to live in the White House. Donald Trump used to live in New York City. Now, I think he lives most of the time in Florida, in Palm Beach, Florida. Used to. All right, viví en Belfast durante 6 años. I lived, especificando tiempo, I lived in Belfast for 6 years. Yo antes vivía en Belfast. I used to live in, tú eres de Belfast. Yo antes vivía ahí, o vivía ahí. I used to live there. You were in Oklahoma. Oklahoma City. Oh, I used to live in Oklahoma. All right. How much time do we have, Marta? ¿Cómo vamos de tiempo? 5 minutes? All right. I'm going to read. We're on page 352. No, 332. This reading is very important. La historia de Gus Morgan. Gustavo Morgan. Voy a mezclar. To get used to be used to, y el pasado como used to. O sea, voy a mezclarlo para confundirte mucho más. Sin embargo, quiero enseñarlos juntos, estas formas juntas. All right, so listen. And in the next class, we'll continue with Gus Morgan. Are you ready? Gus Morgan used to be an important person. He used to be rich. He used to have a lot of cars. He used to appear in the gossip magazines with beautiful women at his arm. He used to think that the future was bright. However, that was before he went to prison. Now he has a new life, and he has to get used to a lot of new things. He's not used to living in a prison cell. He used to live in a luxurious mansion, but now he has to get used to living in a prison cell smaller than his old bathroom. He's not used to sleeping on a hard, narrow bed. He used to sleep on a king-size bed, but now he has to get used to sleeping on a bed only 90 centimeters wide. The biggest change, however, is the food. Gus Morgan used to eat in the best restaurants and drink the best wines. He's not used to eating the same food every day. He's not used to eating only beans and boiled potatoes. Toma. Yeah. He used to eat caviar, beef, fish, and lamb. Now he has to get used to eating only beans and potatoes. He's not used to drinking only water either. He used to drink the best wines from the Bordeaux region of France. Now he has to get used to drinking water and only water. Gus Morgan used to be the king of the mountain. He used to do whatever he wanted and go wherever he wanted. Dependiendo del sitio. He's not used to having to stay in one place, and he's not used to following orders. He used to give orders, not follow orders. But now he's in prison, and he has to get used to a new way of life. He's not used to it yet, but like every other prisoner, he'll get used to it eventually. Al final se acostumbrará a ello, a vivir en la prisión. So Gus Morgan used to be an important person, but not anymore. He used to be rich, but not anymore. He used to appear in the gossip magazines. Gossip es chismorreo. Gossip, doble S en medio. Gossip, P simple al final. Gossip, como suena. Gossip. Gossip es chismorreo. Las revistas del corazón. We say the gossip magazines. So he used to appear in the gossip magazines with beautiful women at his arm. He used to think that the future was bright, que el futuro era brillante para él. He used to think. Antes pensaba eso. Yeah, antes tenía todo eso. Antes era rico. Antes era importante. Antes aparecía, pero ya no. He used to appear in the gossip magazines. He used to be rich. He used to be important. He used to, he used to think that the future was bright. He used to have a lot of cars, 5 cars. He had a Ferrari. He had a Mercedes-Benz. He had a dune buggy para las dunas. He had a Jeep. And he had a Rolls Royce. He had 5. He used to have a lot of cars. But now he's in prison. Yeah. And he doesn't have these things anymore. Yes, and he doesn't do these things anymore. Now he has to get used to a new life. Sorry, Gus. Sorry, my friend. Hizo algo y ahora tiene que acostumbrarse a una vida nueva. He has to get used to a new life, and tomorrow we'll talk more about this new life.